Welcome back to my channel, everybody. It's your girl Cosmic Groovy, back with another video. This is my sun by houses video. Where in your life does your sun shine? Okay, where do you shine in life? Our sun is our ego. This is our core. This is our consciousness. So this is important because your sun sign is not only the core of who you are, okay? The sun is the center of the universe. So your sun in your birth chart is the center of you. This is your medium self. This is the part of yourself that keeps you whole, okay? Your personality, your ego. So this is very important because every house has a different way in which the energy manifests. So depending on what house your sun is in, it will depict how you act, okay? Now, I'm doing this video from part 1 and part 2 because I talk a lot. So if you just want the information, no problem, watch both videos. But if you're trying to just focus on your house's placement, okay, this is only gonna be part 1. Thank you for coming to click this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let's talk about it. Like, what is your placements? Somebody like me, I could do this all day. I love to do astrology. I feel like I'm uncracking codes. I feel like, you know, the secrets of the universe are within you and above you, okay? As above, so below, you know? Healing is just another, you know, key in healing ourselves and being able to integrate our spiritual side with our egotistical, animalistic side. Your subconscious, your inner security, it depends on your personality. It depends on your ego to go get what it wants. The sun is our vessel. The sun is our soul. This is our character that we use on this mission that we're on. So the houses, I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to hold it up. If you have the sun in the first house, okay, the first house is Aries. So when you think of Aries, you think of bossy, you think of leader, you think of fire, you think of kaboom. Aries is very physical and it's very sports-like and challenging. It's like a daredevil energy, but this is because Aries represents number 1, first sign of the astrological new year. So this is the big bang. Aries is a very bold energy. So if you have your sun sign acting out in a house of bolds, first of all, your ascendant and your sun in the same house, this means that your personality is like you shine through being yourself. If you have your sun sign and your ascendant in the same house, this is big. This is powerful energy right here. You are a leader. You are somebody that you shine through your personality. Like who you are, just naturally, it attracts. You are somebody that have to do your own thing. Like you have to be in the driver's seat. You have to be first. You have to make your own decisions. You kind of want to do it your way. You're like a hothead almost. Some celebrities with the sun in the first house. Rob Kardashian. He does his own thing. Kourtney Kardashian is an Aries moon and she does her own thing. Like her and Rob are kind of the ones that kind of, you know, do their own things aside. Bruce Lee is also someone else that has the sun in the first house. Bruce Lee was badass. He was very sports. He was very physical. Aries is ruled by Mars in our birth chart, which is a whole nother series. But our Mars represents our drive, our battle, our rage, our turn up to get what we want. You know, we have to conquer this thing. Azalea Banks also has the sun in the first house. And you see how she's just, Azalea Banks just says whatever she wants to say. You know, she just doesn't give a damn. And that's honestly very much sun in the first house. If you have this placement, I do recommend that you remember empathy and compassion goes a long way, all right? You are somebody that you could be a little prone to being egotistical, just like other fire sign placements. Fire energy it's fire. It's fiesta. So to have a fireball in a firehouse, you could only imagine the firepower. Sun in the second house, all right? Second house. I'm jealous of y'all. Y'all got it good. Anybody that has their sun in their second house, you naturally know how to accumulate wealth, resources, value. It is your act. It is your instinctive knowing of how to bring an investment out of something and see growth out of nothing. The second house is Taurus. So this represents Venus, okay? So this represents material and pleasure and Taurus, so luxuries and greed. And so if you are somebody with the sun in the second house, you value yourself and you wrap your confidence around things and around material and around possessions, and you need to see something, like you need to lay a foundation and watch it grow. This is very good, but it's also, this can be hard, because somebody like you know, you can be someone that you get too caught up in material things, and you'll wrap your whole identity around things. I love the second house because the second house is that Taurus energy. Venus is very important. Just like I say in a lot of videos, the values that we set and how we treat ourselves and how we splurge on ourselves and what we give to ourselves will be what we reflect, and you know, what we allow, and balance and boundaries and give and take. And this is so important because, you know, before we even get deep, you know, you want to make sure that the boundaries are lined up, and you want to make sure that your values and you have resources. And after after that first house and that house of identity, that's just the foundation. Your values comes on top. So after we lay those foundations in our first house, this second house is how we lay these values. So this is the bricks. So now this is how we build ourselves up. This represents esteem. Being materialistic is not the way to go, okay? Balance. Oprah Winfrey has the sun in the second house. Like, I don't even have to say another celebrity. Like, she's the perfect example. She is an example of her sun sign. Sun in the second house. Your sun in the house of wealth and value and resources. So she only acted out what she knew how to do best. So, you see, Oprah is also in Aquarius. So she's emotionally detached. Her show was traumatic. She would have like heart-bearing episodes on there, and she wouldn't even cry or like blink, and she's able to just be standoffish. And she's an Aquarius, but she's an Aquarius through the second house. So that's that. Sun in the third house. If you have, first of all, if you have any placement in the third house, you are a genius. You are a genius. Okay, the third house represents Gemini, ruled by Mercury. All right, Mercury is the planet of intellect. This is the planet of logic, okay, intelligence, details. Okay, we need that. We need all of those things. Okay, this is important. This is how you think. This is how you speak. This is your communication. This is how you perceive. This is logical thinking. And I think Mercury, I'm gonna look up and see if Mercury is actually traveling further. I think it might be getting a little further away in space, because it seems like this world has lost it. The world must have lost Mercury, because the logic is not there. This is that house. You have the sun in the third house. You are somebody. You are here to be a messenger. Gemini is a communicator, okay? Gemini rules messaging, media broadcasting, networking. A lot of rappers are Gemini. Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, Biggie. So if you have your sun in the third house, you are so intelligent and your mind gets so bored so quickly because you're flighty air. So Sagittarius is the polar opposite of Gemini. So that mutable nature, that gotta go nature stands for Gemini as well. But it's with the mind, it's with the ideas. They can't sit still on one idea. These type of people get bored very quickly. They have to constantly have stimuli and stimulation and doing something. They have to constantly be doing something and talking to somebody. The third house also rules early childhood and the foundations of what we see and how we interacted to form our opinions and facts, and siblings, and you know, going to school and making friends in your early community. So this is where we get our first little idea. You did most of your learning in that stage. So that's how you was able to be so comfortable flexing and challenging. And you're somebody, you can be up for a debate with anybody. You'll go toe to toe about something you believe in. You're not afraid to strike up a conversation. You're not afraid to just go up to a stranger and just start talking to somebody. Some celebrities that have this placement, Edgar Allan Poe, huge poet. Stephen King, okay, his books, worldwide bestsellers. Walt Disney, you guys. Flighty mind, someone that couldn't sit still on one idea, someone that always had to move and always had to do something. And look at how he has manifested and brought to reality his vision, his ideas. And look at Disney World and what it's worth and where it is today. The 4th house is Cancer, ruled by the moon. This is mommy and her baby. This is the house of the protector. These are people that are so wrapped up into their family. This is Cancer. This is the mother. This is our moon, okay? This is our emotional fulfillment, our bonds, our nurturing that we need, that security and all the madness. So people that have the sun in the 4th house, they are very obsessed with family and sticking together with family, and security is your main focus and your main need and want. You need it. Like, you need family. You like to feel like you have people that have your back. You care about what people think about you, like in the family. Like, you really value your family's opinions and traditions, and you try to really keep that up. The mother, it's home, it's security, it's land, it's laying down roots and ancestry. And the sun represents the father, so to have the sun operating in the moon's house, this is like double mommy and daddy. Like, this is like, you are somebody that you really need affection and you need loyalty. People with this placement, I recommend you get into real estate, okay? Because the 4th house runs property, land, okay? You could be somebody that starts up a family property that will stay in a family as a family heirloom for years because you care that much. You're somebody that you really want to be an elder to your family and like for generations to come. And you could find luck with all property, or you could even inherit property from someone in the family just because of how much you were family invested and so, you know, focused on family. And you're somebody that you could get blessed, okay? Some celebrities with the sun in the 4th house, we have Halle Berry. I don't know much about her family, but what I do know is I've never seen her kids, so that explains a lot about being a protective mommy. Naomi Campbell has a sun in the 4th house. I don't know much about her family, but I do know that Naomi Campbell is very protective over her mother. Naomi Campbell could be as mean as she wants to anybody else, but you know, her mother, that's somebody that I've seen her shed tears over. Pablo Picasso, the painter, was also a sun in the 4th house, and his father introduced him to painting. So you see, like, being at home and sticking with family traditions and listening to what your parents tell you. Like, you know, daddy said to paint, he painted, and look at where it took him. So sun in the 5th house. Oh, the sun is at home in the 5th house. This is the house of Leo. So now you've entered the sun's domain. So somebody like you, okay, if you have your sun in the 5th house, it doesn't matter what sign you are, you have an appeal about you. Like, if you have this placement, you're popular. Like, you're popular from birth to the grave. Like, you're popular from childhood, you're popular from high school, you're popular in your adult life. You're somebody that you get the attraction for people because you have this youthfulness about yourself and you have this young presence. The 5th house represents creativity and children and the inner child and sacrifice. This is the lion who's playful and his cubs and giving his all and sacrificing for his pride. This is the sun. This is the light. This is the start of the day, the leader. So if you have your sun in the 5th house, you're very creative, you're very artistic. You are somebody that whatever hobby or talent you are interested in, you need to be exerting that energy. You need to be letting it out. You need to be focusing some of your time on your talents and your traits and keeping it alive, because the sun represents the light, the creativity within us. This is a universe. Everything in this is a creation. We were put here and we create. That's what we do. If not, we didn't create anything, it would be nothing. And even if you don't have children, you're somebody that you'll be great around children, and children will really be inspired by you, or you'll be childlike with your own children because it's in your nature. Some celebrities with this placement, Will Smith. Will Smith has the sun in the 5th house. Perfect example. Very childlike, cool uncle, cool dad, very creative, always has his hands in something, very popular, very fly. So he's not a Leo, he's a Libra, but he still has his Libra sun in a Leo house. So yeah, it's no way that you're not telling me that Will Smith is not sun in the 5th house. Tyra Banks is also a sun in the 5th house. She's a Sagittarius, very dramatic, but she's very childlike. And Tyra is just a little, like, Tyra can be a little immature, I'm not gonna lie. She was able to be in that movie with that little girl as a doll. She was like a grown woman, so she still looks young too. So I won't be shocked if Bianca Lawson has the sun in the 5th house too, because she is just, there's no way. Like, she's fine wine. Sun in the 6th house. This is when I leave, because not to make this video about me, but I have very important planets in the 6th house, and it's not easy, okay? The 6th house is Virgo. So if you have your sun, or if you have planets in a Virgo's house, now when we talk Virgo, we're talking about the critical perfectionist. You're gonna be critical, and you're gonna be a perfectionist, and you need a routine, and you need a habit, and you need something to work on. Virgo is self-care. Virgo is the hermit. This is somebody that can go into solitude, do all the detailing because they're ruled by Mercury, figure their self out and their life out, come back out into the cocoon, and just want to whip society back into shape, which is like, it's their natural nature. But to have your sun sign here, you constantly look for something. Like, you're constantly working towards something, and you follow routines, and you're always trying to fix something. And the 6th house represents our health and our well-being and our day-to-day responsibilities and routines that we're doing on this journey. And you need a routine, you need structure, you need to be detail-oriented, Virgo energy. So people that have the sun in the 6th house, you are detail oriented, you are organized, you are somebody that routines, you would wake up early to exercise every morning, 5 o'clock on the dot. You get the job done. Like, you are very detail oriented, you have a very strong work ethic, because this is the house of work. A lot of people that work in healthcare have the sun or the moon in the 6th house. Venus as well. A lot of people, a lot of healing people, surgeons, they have this placement because you are able to be detailed and you have the proficient ethic to keep up this routine. If you have this placement, one thing I do recommend for you to do is to please take time for yourself. Please stop overworking yourself. Please, like, I promise you, you don't have to do that keto diet for 2 years. I promise you that you can go on a vacation. I promise you that your life is not gonna fall apart if you miss one day of exercise. It's gonna be okay. Some celebrities with the sun in the 6th house. Snoop Dogg. I feel like Snoop Dogg has a constant evolution. I feel like he's always evolving into the better version of himself. I feel like, you see, he won't leave the chronic alone, so that's a habit right there. That's a routine that he won't let go of. But I also feel like Snoop Dogg has evolved his character so many times, and he has rebranded his image so many times, and I feel like he is very detailed. He won't stop. Like, Snoop Dogg is another one that won't stop and won't quit. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I appreciate the time that you took to listen to me do this video. Okay, this was my sun by houses video. We're uncracking codes. We're on our mission. We're doing our tasks. Like, we don't have time for any foolishness in life. Okay, rest in peace DMX. This was part 1 of my sun by the houses video. Where does your light shine? I hope that it interested you. I hope that it resonated with you. Please comment below your sun sign and what house that it's in, because wait till y'all find out mine, because I'm gonna tell you, you might have to go over to part 2 for that one though. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram over at Cosmic Groovy. Book a tarot reading or a birth chart reading if you need some help, more personal help. If you want to get more personal in your birth chart, I do tarot readings, I do birth charts. You can book one over in the description box. I have my website. Other than that, I have no problem doing these videos. I live to do this, like, okay, thank you guys. See you guys over in part 2. Bye.